Hello, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to continue my dumbbell travel series, and today I'm going to do a pull workout which will consist of back and biceps. Before we get started, I want to make sure that you remember to subscribe to the channel. If you click on that big red subscribe button down below and click on the bell to receive notifications, you'll be notified by email each time I put out a new video, which is very important, especially if you're following the dumbbell travel series. You'll want to know when a new video comes out. I do want to put some of these out a little bit more frequently to help those of my friends who are out traveling for business, or if they're a truck driver and just need to add some sort of activity, resistance training to their day. So make sure you click on that subscribe and the bell to receive notifications. Let's get started. The first exercise we're going to do is dumbbell bent over rows. So just like the exercise says, we're going to take two dumbbells, we're going to bend at the waist with the arms extended. So we're going to row them up towards our waistline. We're going to do, for this exercise, we're going to do 4 sets of 12 reps. You really want to focus on using your upper back to do the pulling motion. So really squeezing your shoulder blades together at the top. The second exercise we're going to do is basically a one-arm dumbbell row. This might be a little bit more of a challenge of finding something to brace yourself against, but you want to spread your legs a little more than shoulder width apart, brace yourself, and pull the dumbbell up into your waist again. Again, really focusing on that middle back, pulling the weight right up towards your hip. We're going to do 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps on each arm. Now, if your dumbbell is too light, you may want to do a few more reps or do the reps slower to make it a little bit more of a challenge. But to start out, 8 to 12 reps is a good rep range when you're first starting. Now, this next exercise that we're going to do, in an attempt to keep this workout standing upright as opposed to laying down on the ground, the last thing I want you to do is lay down in the snow or off on the dirt road. So we're going to do this standing up. So typically I would throw in dumbbell pullovers, where you're lying down on a bench and pulling the weight over your head. So we're going to mimic that same movement with our dumbbells by leaning just slightly forward and pulling them back with a straight arm. This one we're going to do 3 sets of 12 reps. For our final back exercise, we're going to do a reverse grip bent over row. So bending forward again, we're going to turn our hands out to an underhand grip. And again, pull towards our waistline. This is going to be another exercise with 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Okay, so that's it for back exercises. Now I'm going to jump into a couple of arm bicep specific, bicep and forearm exercises. Before we jump into biceps, I wanted to remind you that the SargeLiftin channel has a storefront. I'll post a link at the top of the description down below And we'll point you over to the storefront. You can pick up t-shirts, sweatshirts, coffee mugs, things like that. That will, by you purchasing that, will help get the name out there. Plus it will also help me with funding the equipment and the items needed to keep this channel rolling. So I appreciate all of those of you who have already purchased items from there. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. And I can't wait to see you out there in the world wearing hoodies. Jordan, I know you know what I'm talking about. Let's jump into the biceps. Let's get our first exercise. So with our dumbbells, these are called 21s. It's a good way to really start forcing a lot of blood into the bicep. So first thing we're going to do, start with the weight at a low position. We're going to raise it to the halfway point 7 times. Once we get to 7, we're going to pause there. We're going to raise it from the midpoint to the top 7 times. And then finally, we'll go all the way to the bottom, all the way to the top 7 times. This exercise is a great way to really get a lot of blood forced into the muscle, getting it prepped and ready for the next couple of exercises. So with that one, we're going to do 4 sets of 21 reps. So we'll do that same 3 cycles, 4 times. The next exercise we're going to do is a reverse grip curl. So with your hands in a overhand grip. And one thing I like to do is actually grip the bar with my thumb on top. Forces my forearms to do a lot more work squeezing and holding the weight. And this might be a little bit more advanced. So if you're ready for it, go for it. If not, a standard grip is just fine. But we're going to do 3 sets of 15 reps. This you should really feel in your forearms, specifically the tops of your forearms. So the next exercise, following your reverse grip dumbbell curls, we're going to do standard 1-arm dumbbell curls. So I like to vary them quite a bit. So sometimes I'll keep my hands positioned outwards. Sometimes I'll allow them to come to a neutral grip and do them individually. You want to make sure that if you do them individually, you focus on keeping your reps the same on each side. And if it calls for 12 reps, you want to make sure to get 12 reps on each side. So there's a lot of ways that you can do dumbbell curls. Now we got 2 exercises left for the biceps and the arms. So the next one we're going to do are hammer curls, 1 at a time. We're going to do 3 sets of 10 to 12. Kind of want to raise it up right in front of your body. It's another way to really activate that forearm. And that's 10 to 12 on each arm. 3 sets. Now the final exercise for biceps is called a Zottman's curl. So you'll start with it in a standard position. You're going to raise it up, turn it over, lower it down. You can twist it out again at the bottom, raise it up, lower it down, or keep it in a down position, raise it up, and just go back and forth. is going to activate both your bicep and your forearm. Three sets of 10 for this exercise. One thing I recommend you might want to do is write down all of those exercises that we're going to do for the series. Do it in a circuit. So even though some of the prescribed sets are 3 instead of 4, if you wanted to do 4 for everything, more power to you. Write them all down, do them one after another, then rest. Give yourself a couple of minutes, rest for a few seconds, then start that series over again. I just did that, and it's a great way to get your heart rate elevated. Almost feels like cardio. So if you're like me and you don't care for running, it's a good way to really boost your heart rate, get the blood really pumping. Then it does feel like a great workout. So that's it for today's workout. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new, and grab you a pair of dumbbells. You can get them ranging from 2 pounds up to about 15. I probably wouldn't go more than 15 pounds, especially if you're traveling. 30 pounds of dumbbells is a lot to carry around. These aren't very big. They'll fit nicely in a truck compartment or under the seat. So stick that in there. Make sure you are doing something to stay active. When we get into some of the lower body stuff, we might incorporate some distance movements where you could use the length of your truck. If you're hauling, 2 or 3 trailers, might be a little bit longer where you're doing walking lunges or things like that. So let's look forward to that. And if you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to click on that subscribe button. Make sure you smash the like button if you enjoyed it, and if you want to give this workout a try, definitely recommend you do so. It's a good way to get the body moving, especially if you're in a situation where you're away from a gym setting or not typically an active job. This is a great way to kind of boost things, get things started, hopefully slide you into a more of a healthy lifestyle. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.